In the breathtaking Sandia Mountain foothills community known as the village of Placitas, New Mexico, you will discover a unique treasure in the acoustically ideal sanctuary of Las Placitas Presbyterian Church. Here is the birthplace and the home of the Placitas Artist Series. This video tribute is dedicated to the gifted and brilliant musical artist and program director Willy Sucre, who drew from his broad network of superb musicians to offer music lovers a rare and affordable opportunity to listen to the highest quality live performances. The 8 people interviewed in the video represent just a small fraction of those who have known and loved Willy throughout the years, and we are proud to share this tribute.
Go back a little bit in time to 1986. That's what the whole thing started. I got called from Adam Gonzalez. Adam had a contagious idea, and he was so excited about coming here and start to play music. And we were walking in Placitas. He invited me there. We walk over those hills and even perhaps make a picture, make a painting of Adam with his cello. So this is a historic moment, 86, and I said, maybe this is a time for change. And I always love to live in this country. But I didn't know we were going to survive as a string quartet, chamber music musician. It was Adam's idea. I mean, crazy idea. You come to the community which people already have gigs, but they don't want to work hard like Adam had in mind. Hard, you know what I mean? 5 hours a day or 4 hours, whatever it takes to form the group and play together. So I said yes, and I came with this goal of helping Adam Gonzalez, the cellist at the time, to form first, like he promised, first professional group, first professional string quartet in this area, in New Mexico. A year later, Jonathan Armandy joined the group and Willy Sucre. so that in May, this is the concert, what you see.
When the violin came home, that was my favorite day. We couldn't wait to open that case and to see the violin. So we did. We got the violin out, and gosh, the violin was so big. We were such a tiny kids. And the violin was so big we couldn't reach it. But it didn't matter. It made sounds. It had a sound. And that's what I was interested in. I opened the case and untuned the instrument. Immediately I said to myself, wow, this instrument has my voice. I love the violin, and I will always play the violin. But the viola somehow has my voice. We connect immediately.
This concert was enormously successful. It was the Helios String Quartet. The immediate question was, shall we do it again? And Adam was very enthusiastic, and the acoustics were wonderful. The audience was enthusiastic. So we talked about doing a whole series the following year, and we assembled a group of people that were interested in organizing this, and this was the initial board.
Placitas Artist Series, when we formed that series, and we're so proud of that. There was a really happy chapter of music making in Albuquerque. Came to 35 concerts a year, so it was a great chapter. 1 decade we played together, and then Adam surprisingly leave.
Adam got a new fabulous job in the DC area.
And we for a while tried to be a string trio, but didn't work out, and we kind of sadly stopped working together.
We were informed that the Helios Quartet was breaking up. We immediately all went into a panic, and we figured we're going to have to cut back on the season. It's just too late to book anybody.
When the Helios disbanded, Placitas Artist Series was really kind of stuck because they had been so key to the whole series.
And here's Willie saying, "But I like this." And he didn't want to quit doing the stuff he was doing.
And then Willy stepped up, and he took over.
Willie came to us and said, "Give me 2 weeks." And 2 weeks later, he came with signed contracts for the 5 concerts of Willy Sucre and Friends, and he's been doing it every year since.
Willy, I have to tell you, I'm so grateful that you did it, because that was a mission of our group.
He can make a line sing like nobody else. He can just take, these black dots on the page and make it sound like he's singing. If you say, "Willy, how are you?" the most frequent response you'll get is, "Fantastic." So one thing I can tell you about Willy is that he has an absolute passion to his core for playing chamber music. Like no one I've ever seen. He lives and breathes it and just adores every moment of it.
I must say that we had so much fun rehearsing this stuff. Because, we had to tune our ears to what Hindemith wanted to hear. So it was a lot of fun actually doing this. You want to play a little piece?
Yeah, let's play a little piece.
The viola helped me to add the quality of sound I wanted to have. I wanted to live with the viola. I wanted to live with that sound. Because that sound, that effort was making me feel better. Whenever I'm sad, I go to my viola. Whenever I am happy, I go to my viola. Whenever myself needs anything, I go to my viola. My viola has been my doctor. My viola has been my friend.
For many years, the Willy Sucre and Friends was the core programming for Placitas Artist Series, so we wouldn't have existed without him.
Those of us who were coming to hear chamber music loved the idea that Willy was taking it on and was organizing really excellent concerts with a pretty broad range of chamber music repertoire.
Willy Sucre has been the rock, maybe the rock star, but he has coordinated 5 concerts every season.
He chose the dates, and those were very tricky to do because he had to work with the symphony schedule, for example. He couldn't have his rehearsal schedule couldn't conflict with the symphony schedule. And then those dates were presented to the board, and somebody at the board has to present the dates to the church because the church has to agree to the dates. So the calendar was a big thing. And then he had to arrange for the musicians if he was bringing musicians from out of town.
He could talk some pretty amazing people into coming and playing with us just because they were friends. And, he kept putting together, and he'd either encounter some musicians he'd love to play with and look for music with that combination of instruments, or he would come upon a piece that he'd love to present and went looking for people that could do it.
So, a lot of work, don't you think, for one man?
Thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure to see you again. We have a great concert this afternoon. The Matisse Trio is here with us.
He's been very faithful in working with the board all those many years and coming up with numerous new ideas, and never boring.
My name is Willy Sucre, and again, thank you very, very much for being here.
Musically, he strives to introduce us to things that we haven't heard before, which I really appreciate, and brings in musicians of many different types.
I really do want to thank your support. It's wonderful to see you here. We're starting in a new season, and I hope to have many more seasons to come, because we just cannot have enough of playing chamber music. And I hope you're going to enjoy this concert.
And he basically created it out of just his ideas and his connections.
I think the best part of it was that he'd get some unusual combinations, and we could hear live music that you probably couldn't hear live anywhere outside of New York or Europe. You know what I mean? Where in Albuquerque can you hear a really odd ensemble group of musicians?
Solo instrument, it can be jazz, it can be folk, it can be rock, and if it sounds good, it is good music.
Chamber music is intimate. It's you're able to hear all of the parts. You're able to observe people working together.
You know, playing chamber music is tremendously spiritually uplifting. You can't think about anything else. You can't worry about anything else when you're playing. The only thing is that you can focus on is the music, and you're reacting to the other people in the group, so that you hear what they played, how they played it, what the intonation is, and you blend in with that, you echo that.
The wonderful thing about live music is it's not going to be the same twice in a row. So maybe the player will take a little more time at the top of the phrase, or make it a little louder, a little softer, or a longer stroke, whatever. These little nuances that the audience probably isn't aware of. But we are, as musicians, and so we'll respond, we'll imitate that, or it is really like a conversation.
You wait for those times when the music really just takes off and lifts you up. And so it's always fun just to sit and play. And in fact, a lot of times we lose track of time. You know, all these beautiful things that you see where at the end of the piece, everybody slows down at exactly the same time. It's not like you rehearse that, but you feel that.
Just about every concert, I sit there and think, so this is why I'm doing it, because I really, really enjoy the live performance, and I enjoy the musicians and the people of Placitas.
One wonderful thing with Placitas was the enthusiasm of the audience. You know, they're always so appreciative.
The support from the people of PAS was just incredible.
I don't know if I've ever been in a community that's so full of artists of every kind, good, really good painters and sculptors and musicians and poets and authors. And that's really something to say for a performing arts organization in a small community.
I've been taking lessons for 40 and a half years now, and about 35 of those or so have been with Willy.
New Mexico was a really good place for me. Musically speaking, it gave me the chance to play the repertory of orchestra. It gave me the chance to conduct orchestra. The chance to play in chamber orchestra and also conduct chamber orchestra. Gave me the chance to play opera and to play chamber music.
We offer the things that really serve the spirit.
There's an interaction between the appreciation of the visual arts and the music.
That is a painter. He's very often down, out in the patio with his canvas and his colors, painting. I love to watch him do that. Eventually, I did put a chair right next to him and I played my violin while he was painting. That's something that we did so often. That was kind of forming the song lines of our relationship.
I think Willy is the one who came up with the phrase that the artwork was music for his eyes.
In addition to just music and the visual arts, we offer a unique experience in sort of, you know, hometown, warm, friendly environment, and the refreshments that we serve, and the way in which people are greeted and welcomed.
I would like to thank the Placitas Artist Series at the Placitas Presbyterian Church. In communion, they have helped to have one of the best chamber music series in the state. Not only I thank you, but all the people that participated in this stage have listened to the wonderful and warm sounds of this church. Every time that I ask people to come and play at the Placitas Presbyterian Church, they all say, "Oh, what a wonderful sound." And it is. It is the best place. I love this place. I love New Mexico. I love the Placitas Presbyterian Church and the Placitas Artist Series. I thank you so much for all your support.
Willy, you've just been a joy at PAS for so many years. You've brought so many great musicians in, introduced us to so many pieces that I hadn't heard before, and many pieces I've heard before, but hearing them in a new light brought new things to them, and I'm a very big fan of chamber music.
Willy, thank you so much for including me in many of the Placitas programs. It has been a great joy, personally and musically. Really one of the highlights of my career, playing all that chamber music, and thank you so much. Thanks for playing such a mean, beautiful viola.
Appreciative of the time and energy and the creativity that you've contributed to the Placitas Artist Series over these many, many years. It's been such a pleasure to work with you in planning the series, and we've enjoyed, of course, the music every month, all these many years, and we will miss you terribly.
So Willy, I think what I want to say to you is that I've been seeing you for 22 years, as long as we've lived in Placitas. I will miss your smiling face, your expertise, your joy of music, and I wish you all the best in whatever it is you pursue after you leave us in Placitas. We hope to see you back on our stage as a performer. So all the best to you.
Willy, it has been a blast. I hope we will continue to see you from time to time. And the thing that I think I will miss the most is your smile. When Willy smiles, the world is okay.
To you, Willy, I have to tell you that you are a great colleague and a great musician and great friend, and you have such a rare quality of being a good manager at the same time and great musician. It's a rare quality, I say, because it's hard to find those people those days. Kudos, Willy, for excellent work for those so many years, and I really admire. I learned so much from you, and man, brother, if your destiny take you somewhere else, or you're gonna be here, just give me a call anytime, and we're gonna play more chamber music together.
As your friend, being able to watch you perform with your friends has given me a great deal of pleasure. You know, I think you've done a lot for our community.
I wish you the best. Thank you for being the stalwart that has been essential to the success of the Placitas Artist Series.